176.9. And to compare what I look like this morning, that's 4 pounds heavier at the end of the day with like 6,000 calories in me. All right, we are finally done with all of this carb cutting and we're on to the great carb up day. We've got cereals and rice cakes and candies and all kinds of delicious stuff to start eating, but we're not starting there because I got up this morning, I was 172.9 weighed in, so that's what, like 2.5 pounds about less than when we started from cutting all the carbs and water, but really from the day before that I was 177.5, so if you do it based on that, it's like 4.5 pounds. But I went ahead, went out for my walk. Before I did that, I had a little bit of chicken, a little bit of protein, just plain chicken again, really boring, and then got my 5 miles in, done with that now. No more training because the whole idea with this is we want to fill up the muscles now with carbs, so if we start working out and stuff, we're going to be using that, and it's counterproductive. And you're not building any more muscle before a show now anyways, one day out. So I also had a half gallon of water while I was walking within 2 hours of eating that first meal. And I'm gonna have everything I eat today listed in the description because I'm not gonna film everything I eat, but you'll know when I had general idea of different things and how much and how many calories overall. And speaking of calories, so when you start doing your carb up is going to depend on a couple different things. When your check-in is and also where your weight is. For me, I'm like 35 pounds below my limit for my weight class, so it's not a problem for me. I can carb up all day long, no problem. I'm gonna make weight just fine. But if you're cutting down and you're at the top of your weight limit, well then you're gonna have to keep going with this dropping water, cutting out carbs and all that until you make weight, and then you start carbing up, which in my case would stink because check-in's at 5 o'clock and then you'd be competing the next morning. So that's a lot of carbs you have to eat in a short amount of time. So this is nice for me. I can slowly build up throughout the day, feel a lot better as we go along. And as far as the calories go, I'm shooting for 700 grams of carbs today to refill the muscles without the water. We're cutting water off. I finished that half gallon of water and now it's gonna be pretty much nothing for the rest of the day until later on tonight, getting a little bit in so we don't die because, you know, dehydration's bad. But 700 grams of carbs equals 2,800 calories because it's 4 calories per gram of carb. And so that's just for the muscles, but then your normal daily expenditure for me is anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 right now. So we got to put that on top of it. So we're looking anywhere from around 5,500 to 6,000 calories today. And that's where all this comes into play, but we're still not eating this yet. We are starting out with half a can of peas. Got a bunch of rice here ready to go. A little bit more plain chicken that I'm going to be having soon. So we're still keeping the sodium low. There's nothing in the rice, plain chicken, until a little bit later on we'll start incorporating sodium back in to help fill up the muscles and get a good pump. So that's what we're doing. I'm also still taking my creatine and multivitamins for today. Nothing different with that. And I'm looking forward to eating. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions in general about peaking, about carbing up, all that stuff. I think this has been working out really well. I was a little nervous at first about weight going up, but it started dropping like crazy yesterday and I woke up really hungry, really dry, and we're good to go. All right, it is finally time to start eating some carbs again. See how good these things taste. 2 cups of rice, 50 grams of chicken, and half a can of sodium-free peas. Instant energy. My mouth is already getting a little dry though. We got a lot of stuff to get done today. I gotta get my song onto a USB drive because I didn't pick a song soon enough and they already closed down the online entry. So I got to get that figured out, shave my legs, arms, my face. Got to go check in. It's a little over an hour away. And get a tan. That's going to be weird. So be super orange, hopefully not, hopefully brown, we'll see. But yeah, get on with the day. This is probably one of the most annoying parts of this entire process. I'm sorry you have to shave, babe. It hurts my legs, like, especially my hamstrings. I've downed almost this whole box already. The hunger's kicking in and it tastes really good, but getting ready to go. More snacks. Got the shaving done, heading up to check in. I think I ate like some more rice, chicken, peas, some candy, a bunch of rice cakes. We're getting the more salty stuff now because muscles are starting to cramp up. I practiced posing a little bit. My very first one, my bicep just knotted up. I was like, oh my gosh, can't do that. So this is gonna help with that. We're gonna start on these and then the next meal is really gonna help out on that. Starting to get thirsty with all this type of stuff, but some fluids will be coming soon. I'm interested to see what I'm gonna weigh in at. Oh wow, that's dry. Oh well. Good. Checked in. I'm number 14. I weighed in at 174.6. My goal is around 175, so that worked out. Got my music uploaded for them, and got a shirt that I'll probably never wear except for tonight to get my tan all over it, so I don't mess up my good shirts. We've got finally a little bit of drinks. This is all I'll be drinking for the rest of the night, something with a little bit of caffeine because it's a natural diuretic a little bit, so it'll help flush it out. My mouth is really dry, and we're getting really salty with some Five Guys large fry. And then, not a whole lot more. This and then tanning, so that'll be interesting. Wish me luck. Around here.
We'll actually have time to go off the
That's sticky and gross feeling. Look orange. It said it's gonna get darker overnight and then second coat in the morning, so these clothes are already brown all over, streaked. I gotta get some different clothes. Another carb up day. Tan. $76.9. And to compare what I look like this morning, do I look fuller? What was it, 172? That's 4 pounds heavier. At the end of the day, with like 6,000 calories in me, I weighed in 1.5 pounds less than that. How does it look? I don't know. Comparison shot. But this feels gross. It's all sticky, and I hope I can sleep well because, ugh. So, gotta be up in like 7 hours. See you next time.